very kind. I didn't met in my life such as Dr. Sarala Devi and Dr. Nabisa Ibrahim, and both are kinds, and the teaching environment and the learning environment is fabulous in Malaysia, in particularly School of Applied Psychology and Social Policy and Social Work.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. You had praised me a lot. But I'm not that good. I'm just doing my responsibility. And Mr. Muzaffar Said, yes, what he said, he's my PhD student. Initially, our friend came, he wants to do something regarding in correctional, a prison. Then defended, in, he has gone through defend proposal with major corrections, but unfortunately went to Pakistan. That time we cannot collect data in prison. They have some rules and regulation we tighten up. Then he changed to hospital setting. Am I right, sir?
Yes, hospital setting. Yes.
Yeah. All right. And sir, for your information, you said Sabah. Do you know Sarawak?
Yeah, I know. I know. Sir.
Yeah. And there are 19 officers, police officers, Malaysian, Royal Malaysian Police officers from Sarawak in this group today.
Okay.
And the rest is like 5 of them from Peninsula in Malaysia. So altogether, we will have like 25, 26 participants today. Let's make it a kind of informal discussion, you know.
Yeah.
So some of my officers say they know Urdu. Hello, dear officers, do you know Urdu? Outside Muzaffar sir, he knows Urdu.
Yeah, I know Urdu, and the most of the officers from Malaysia, I think they don't know about Urdu.
Okay, they think all the Bollywood movie is Urdu.
Then she can.
All right. All right, good afternoon and good evening from Malaysia's side, Anjum Shah.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening from Pakistan. I'm from Lahore, Pakistan. How are you?
I'm good, sir. I'm from Malaysia, and we are North Malaysia.
I'm very glad to see such a learned person from Malaysia.
Oh, that's fantastic! Fantastic. I heard you had retired.
Yes, I have been retired from service. I've served in the prison department in 37 years.
Wow! And when was your last date, sir?
It was in September 19.
Last year?
Yes, September 19, 2019.
Oh, wow. Okay. So today we have like around 22 police officers.
Okay.
Okay, Malaysian Royal Police officers.
Okay.
It's from all the states from Malaysia.
Good. That's
and
fine.
There are like 3 civilians today with us.
Okay.
So we had been hearing from Said Muzaffar sir. He introduced about himself. Can I give the platforms to Sir Said Muzaffar to introduce about Sir Said Anjum, or Sir Said Anjum will introduce about yourself? Which is best, you think?
I think
it's best I should introduce myself.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
My name is Muhammad Anjum Shah.
All right.
I'm from the prison service. I have served in the prison department in the last 37 years. Not spending the retired life, taking rest, music, books, walking, jogging, etc. Taking rest at home.
Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you very much, sir. It's extremely, I'm happy to meet both of you today because it less than 24 hours kind of agreement.
Oh, yes, it was your very short notice, ma'am.
Yeah,
I'm not prepared.
yeah,
I'm not a teacher, regular teacher, you know.
yeah. But this, I mean, some of my students say, doctor, wherever you go, you get something free. Well, dear students and officers, well, these are my friends actually. Whenever I ask something, they help me immediately. You know, they never say no, but
It's
we also.
it's my pleasure to interact with learned peoples.
So, you know, so I've contacted Said Muzaffar like yesterday, and he was like, no problem, we do it, you know. And unfortunately,
It's
they don't
problem
have.
to me. He has no problem. It's all problem to me. He has no problem.
And moreover,
I
they
have
don't.
to say, and he is simply a listener. If I would be a listener simply, I don't have any problem.
Okay, and moreover, they don't have this WebEx application.
Oh, yes.
You need to load that WebEx application, right?
Yes, yes,
Right.
So they did everything immediately, WebEx application, just to serve us today. So, sir, before we start, very shortly, I want let me give the platform to the, officers to introduce by themselves. Starting from, we have many states in Malaysia. We'll
Okay.
start from Sarawak. Sarawak, so we have 19 officers here from hall ranking. There are, if not mistaken, there are 2 or 3 superintendent as well, same ranking like you.
Okay. Superintendent of prisons they are?
No, they are superintendent of police officers.
Okay.
All right, okay. So I think Tuan Marbin is here. Is Tuan Marbin here? We can start introduce ourselves, give a short, introduction to Sir Sai before he start our discussion or conversation today.
Yes, yes. Very good evening to doctor and Sir. Is it Said? Is it Said?
Yeah, yeah.
Then Said Muzaffar. So I'm Superintendent Mervin Lisa. I'm from Kuching, Sarawak. So I'm a deputy OCPDs, police OCPDs and IPD Kuching. Kuching is the hometown of Sarawak, right? Then my
It's a capital.
my yes, yes. My service in force is around 25 years. 25
Oh,
years already.
great.
Right?
Great
Yes, yes.
experienced person. Very
Yeah,
nice.
very great. Also, this kind of opportunity to meet both of you. Okay, right? Then I'm looking forward. If both of Mr. came to Kuching, then can also to contact me. Then we going to introduce more about Sarawak. Thank you, Kuching, especially. Thank you so much.
Sir Marbin, they will only come with me.
Thank
They
you.
will
Same.
never.
Nice to meet you.
Yes, yes, nice to meet you, sir. Thank you, thank you. Yes, thank you, doctor.
All right, thank you, Tuan. Tuan Modani, are you there? Tuan Modani?
Yes, doctor. Yes,
Yeah, please introduce.
yes. Good morning, Mr. Said. Yes. Good morning. Good evening, Mr. Said Muzapa and Said Anjumsa. I'm
Good evening.
Deputy Superintendent Mordani Pitanin, officer in charge at the Saratok District as OCPD. Service
OCPD means
now until now 20 officer in charge police districts.
yeah. OCPD in Malaysia means site sir, it's officer in charge of district.
Yeah, correct, doctor. Officer in charge of
Yes,
district.
police
Yes.
district.
Yeah.
It's yes, Saratok under Betong Division and also at Sarawak State. and then service 22 years police, and then very thank you lah to Dr. Sarah and Mr. Said Muzaffar for sharing about prison at Pakistan this evening. That's all. Thank you. Nice to meet you, Mr. Said.
Thank you.
There are you need to say double Mr. Said. There are two guests. Our guest,
Oh,
both our guest name is Said as well. One is Said Muzaffar, another one Said Anjum sir. You know.
okay, doctor. Okay.
All right. Okay. Let's move on to the following person. Who wants to introduce next, please? Tuan Morabon, are you there? It would be nice when you introduce you on your video, you know, it'd be nice. Yeah, thank you, Tuan
Yes,
Morabon.
hello. Good afternoon, doctor.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, everybody. Syed Muzaffar and Syed Anjum. Nice to meet you guys. I am ASP Moribon Anak Manju, ASP in the rank of police assistant, superintendent of police. I'm from Kuching, Sarawak. That's all about me. You want to know more? Just meet me at Kuching. Hi there.
Once the border is open, lah, sir. Huh?
Yes, doctor.
All right. Okay, next, please. Tuan Norman, are you there?
Yes, doctor. Yes, doctor. Good evening, doctor. Good evening and good morning. Good morning to Sir Syed Muzaffar and Sir Syed Anjum. Is it correct, sir?
Good evening.
I think hopefully it's correct lah. How are you, sir? Nice to meet you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Very thank you to Dr. Sarah. I'm Assistant Superintendent of Police Norman Cendan. I'm also from Kuching, in the rank of Assistant Superintendent. Hope to meet Dr. Sarah and both of you in Kuching. Bye. Nice to meet you.
All right.
Thank
carry
you.
on, guys, with next. I hope you can take charge by introducing yourself. I don't think so. I need to mention your name one by one, please.
Hello, Doctor. Assalamualaikum, Sir Syed.
Walaikum Assalam.
Sir Syed, I am Wan Muhammad Ali bin Wan Malik. I am in police. I rank ASP, Assistant Superintendent Police. I also same with you, Syed. That's all for me.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, sir.
All right, next. Wants to introduce next, please?
Hello, good afternoon, doctor, and also good afternoon to the both fellas, both friends from Pakistan. Okay, I'm Inspector Yu from campus, Kuching campus, Sarawak. So I was just trying to introduce myself in a very simple way. I've been service in the police force about 13 years. And yeah, it's our pleasure to meet both of you. And
Thank you. Same here.
Thank you.
All right, next. Who's next?
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Yeah.
Good afternoon to both our speakers today. My name is Radit Azamri. I'm working with Cebu High Court as legal administrative assistant for about 15 years. And it's good to have both of you today. Thank you.
Yeah, Sir Said Anjum and Sir Said Muzaffar, beside police officers, we have one representative from court and we have another one from custom as well. So, Sir Sharul Anwar? Sharul, are you there?
Hello. Afternoon, Doctor, Prof.
Good
Hello, can you hear
afternoon.
me?
Tuan Saiful Anwar, sorry.
Yeah, can you hear
Yeah.
me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, Doctor. Okay, just simple. Okay, my name is Saiful Anwar. I am Superintendent of Custom from Cebu, Sarawak. No, only one custom, sir. Okay, nice to meet you, Prof. Nothing to say.
All right, thank
Okay,
you.
okay, thank you. Okay.
Next. Tuan Edrizan. And after this, Tuan Jawi, please be ready. Tuan Edrizan.
Hello. Hello, thank you, Doctor.
Yeah.
So, Sir Syed and Sheikh Muzaffar. It's been an honor to meet both of you today. Thank you, Doctor, for this for today lah. That's from me. From Lim, Sarawak. I'm currently working as an intelligence officer in police department. Now already 7 years in the force. That's all from. Thank you.
All right, Tuan Jawi.
Good evening, doctor and everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Jawi Anak Hamata Bisri. I'm from Lunduk, Sarawak. I was served in police in 19. My rank is Assistant Superintendent of Police. I'm glad to meet you all.
Good.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you, doctor.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Tuan Jason Bayer. And Tuan Francis, are you ready to share as well after Tuan Jason? Sir Jason, are you ready to share about yourself?
Hello, good evening, doctor. Good evening, Sir Psych, both of you, sir. My name is SP Francis, Assistant Superintendent of Police.
Oh, great.
Yeah, already worked for about 16 years already, sir, and I do major crime in Sarawak, sir. Nice to meet both of you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, doctor.
Thank you very much. Same here.
Next. Tuan Ibrahim.
Good evening, Doctor. Good morning. Assalamualaikum, Sir Syed Anjum and Syed Muzaffar.
Waalaikumsalam.
I am Sergeant Ibrahim from Kuching, Sarawak.
Good.
I duty on crime investigation department, CID. Thank you, Doctor.
Right. Thank you. Tuan Wan, Muhammad Ali. Have you done?
Done, doctor.
All right. Tuan Victor.
Good evening, Doctor. Sir Syed Muzaffar and Sir Anjum Shah. My
Thank
name
you.
is Victor. I'm a police inspector currently working as an investigation officer under Crime Investigation Department of IPD Bau or Bau Police District, Sarawak. And thank you for your willingness to share your knowledge and experience with us this evening. And it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right.
Doctor, I'm surrounded by the police officer today.
Sir, you are, yeah, today by Malaysian police officers for you.
Oh, great.
I'm always surrounded by them.
Good. It's
I
mean you
know.
will help me today.
Yeah, you can ask Said Muzaffar. He always, he always when he looked at me, he will ask me, "Where's your police officers?"
Oh.
So let's move on to our main campus. We have 7 of them. Well, let's start from Mr. Faid, civilian, please.
Assalamualaikum. Can everyone hear me? I might have some connection problem.
Yeah, Mr. Faid always have the connection problem because he's staying in rural areas.
Yes.
Okay.
Assalamualaikum to both Tuan Sir Syed Muzaffar and Sir Syed Anjum Shah.
Waalaikumsalam.
Good evening, Dr. Sarala. I'm one of the youngest students from the main campus of University Utara Malaysia. I am fully a student, didn't have any work yet. That's all from me, and thank you to both sir for giving us opportunity to learn more about the outside world. That's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Faid, next, please.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening.
And Sir Syed Muzaffar and Syed Anjo. I'm Nakib
Thank you.
Nopal binti Ramli from Commercial Department from Kedah. Thank you.
She's an inspector at Commercial Department. Okay, next.
Yeah, Doctor. Thank you, Doctor.
All right. Next, please.
Good afternoon, Dr. Sala.
Good afternoon,
And, good afternoon to both our invited speakers. My name is Nawin. I'm a police inspector. Previously, I was worked in the narcotic crime investigation of police department, and then now I'm a full-time student. I'm staying in Jita, very near to our main campus. That's all for me. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, sir. Tuan Vincent.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Sir Muzaffar and Sir Anjun.
Good
My
evening.
name is
Good evening, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Bisan Lakepor. I'm from Ipoh Perak, sir, Malaysia. I also inspector. I very thank you, sir. Come join to our meeting here. So thank you, sir. I hope you share your experience, sir, with us.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Ms. Divya.
A very good evening to our guests, Sheikh Muzaffar sir and also Sheikh Anjum sir. My name is Divya. I'm a part-time student from UUM Sintok Kedah and also a civilian. So glad to meet you both and
Same here, ma'am.
looking forward today evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Miss Divya is I can say my product because she's degree from my hand and now she's doing masters.
Good. Great.
Yeah, I supervised her degree and I trained her, and then now she voluntarily came into correctional and I'm training further. She is partially going to be kind of another part of Sarala in future.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you.
Inspector Linda, are you there?
Komal.
Yes,
Doctor.
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes, Inspector Puan Linda, please.
Okay, good evening, Doctor, and Assalamualaikum to Sir Sheikh Anjum Shah and Sir Sheikh Muzaffar. I'm Inspector Nur Haslindawati binti Abdul Rahman as a Planning Strategic Inspector at Commercial Crimes Investigation Department Contingent Kedah. I am 36 years old. I'm from Kedah, Malaysia, and that's all. Nice to meet you, both of you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
All
Thank you,
right.
ma'am.
Tuan Zul.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, doctor.
Tuan Zul, there's one more inspector here. Tuan Zul.
Good evening, Doctor.
Good evening, sir.
Assalamualaikum, Syed Muzaffar and Syed Anjum.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Muhammad Zulfazli bin Salihin. My rank in Inspector. I from Traffic Department in Perlis. I'm a
Okay.
part-time student.
All right. Thank you, sir. Sir Wong Shung Ming and Sir Wong, another Wong Kok Ming. Are you here to introduce yourself?
Thank you, Doctor. Good evening, Doctor.
Right.
Sir Junsah. I'm Inspector Yaakob Man. I'm working at Miri, Sarawak. I'm from Gun and Bomb Disposal Unit Department. Nice to meet you all. Thank you.
All right. Next. Next.
Good evening,
All right.
Doctor.
Right. Good evening.
Good
Would you
evening.
like to say?
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. All right. Okay. Thank you, sir. How about Madam Angela? Are you there? If your connection is poor, maybe we can move on.
Investigation officer in.
All right. Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. Okay. Madam Angela, are you there? All right. I think some of them having connection problems, you know, because Sarawak is a place that it's.
Doctor, they're from the rural areas.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
All right. Okay, so basically today we want to hear about your sharing about the Pakistan prison and crimes and your inmates.
Okay.
Then we will have more Q&A. From there, we can pick up some sharings.
Okay.
So I'll give the platform to you, sir. Sir,
Thank you. We have almost 100 prisons in Pakistan. 100 prisons
100 prisons
in Pakistan.
Wow. Okay.
And we have 80,000 inmates.
80,000.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
8,000 prisoners are confined in the Pakistani jails.
Okay.
We have 4 provinces, in fact.
Okay.
As there are states in Malaysia, we have 4 provinces in Pakistan. Punjab, Sindh, KPK, and Balochistan. And in Punjab, we have 40 jails. It is a big province, population-wise.
Okay.
That's why it's sharing 40% of the jails.
Okay.
In Sindh, we have 26 prisons. And in KPK, it is also one of the province of the Pakistan. It has the 23 prisons. And the 4th one is Balochistan, which is a small term of population. and it has only 11 jails.
Okay.
And we have mainly 3 types of prisoner in our prison. Number 1, under trial prisoner, the prisoners who are going to the court for their trials and who have not been yet convicted.
Okay.
Number 2, we have convicted prisoner, the prisoner who have concluded their trial and they have been convicted, they have been proven guilty, and they have been convicted in the crimes.
Okay.
After the conclusions of their trials.
Well, in Malaysia, say we will categorize them as remanded, and sentenced.
Okay, the same thing. It's same thing.
Okay. All right.
It's same thing. Remanding mean under trial prisoner, the prisoner who has not been, their cases have not been concluded, are completed by the court of law.
Right.
And number 3, we have condemned prisoner, the major penalty, death penalty.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
The 3 types of prisoners we have: under trial, convicted, and condemned prisoners.
Okay.
We have women prisoners as well, but it is in very small in number. And we have the juveniles as well. It is also very small in proportions.
Okay.
Now I will start the procedure.
Okay.
We receive the prisoner with the remand paper, with the warrant on which it is written that this man has committed this crime, say murder. Say if I say Mr. Muzaffar Shah, son of Fulan, is in case number Fulan, under charge murder 302 PPC, it's Pakistan Penal Code. He is under trial. He will come to the jail in the police custody and will hand it over. Can you hear me, doctor?
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm hearing
Okay.
you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They will be handed over to the prison department and the prison authorities.
All right.
And the person will be examined by the deputy superintendent if the name and the others particulars are correct according to the person, then he will send into the jail. Okay, then we have medical officer who will examine him regarding the health, physical health. Then we have 2 psychiatrists who will examine the person for his mental health. Nowadays, as you know, COVID-19 is everywhere. We are very much conscious and careful about the COVID-19.
Yeah.
Every prisoner is quarantined for some times to assess, to read all the things that whether the temperature, the blood pressure, and all other symptoms, every person is being monitored very carefully.
Yes, sir.
Next day, he is being produced after the observation of the psychiatrist and the medical officer regarding his mental health and physical health. On the next day, he has been produced before the superintendent jail, who verify all the things. Well,
So I like to pause you there here. That means every single inmates who charged whether convicted or not convicted, they need to go through this procedures, is it? Even though they are not
this procedure.
Even
Yes,
though
doctor.
they are in a normal status, they are not labeled as mental, they still need to go through that mental procedures.
Yes, they still need to go to a psychiatrist. If he is a fit and healthy person, but he still need to go to a doctor.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Right.
And the next day, I was talking about the next day when the super jail is there and the person is presented before the superintendent jail, verify all these things, whether he has been all the things and all the formality has been adopted, all the protocols have been adopted by the staff, the medical officer and the psychiatrist and the lower staff. Then the superintendent jail sent him according to his status. Means if somebody is convicted, if somebody is condemned prisoner, he will be sent to a condemned prisoner block. We have separate condemned prisoner block. Okay?
Yeah.
If somebody is convicted, he will be sent to a prisoner who is convicted. We have all three separate segregations for the condemned, convicted, and under trial prisoner. Doctor?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay? Yes. They are then sent to the respective their place of confinement. And when this procedure is completed, and came back in his office, and we started the procedure of the interviews.
Okay.
The relatives and friends come. Any query, doctor? Do you want to ask anything?
No,
Okay.
move on. We will ask later.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Then the superintendent jail came back in his office, and the other officers are present in the office. The procedure of interview started. The families and the friends of the inmates and the prisoner came to the jail, and they conduct interview for more than half an hour. Okay?
Okay.
This procedures, it takes 4 or 5 hours daily.
Okay.
All the prisoner, condemned prisoner, convicted prisoner, and under trial prisoner are allowed to have an interview with their friends and families.
Five days here means every day, or within that 5 days, one day?
No, 5 days. We have fixed the days for the categorize of with the category of the prisoner. Say the people involved in murder, they will come on Monday. The people involved in drugs, they will conduct the interview on Tuesday. The people involved who have been sentenced death, they will meet on Wednesday. Likewise, the people who have, the prisoner who have been convicted, they will conduct their interviews on Tuesday.
Okay.
To supervise them properly.
Okay.
Just to make room for the alls.
Okay.
After this, at 4 o'clock, we stop this practice, or 3 o'clock, we stop this practice. From 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., we stop this practice.
Okay.
And then at the time come to release the prisoner who has got bails or whose sentences have to have completed their sentence, they have been released in the evening.
Okay.
When the procedure started of lockup, we lock up them before the half an hour before the sunset, half an hour before the sunset.
Okay.
Utilizing the daylight and the visibility.
All right.
So during this, one thing I was missing, we give them breakfast.
Yeah, okay.
At 7 o'clock. I'm not a teacher. In fact, I know Mr. Shah. Muzaffar Shah is my friend, and he ordered me to say something on the prison management. It's my pleasure to have to interact with such learned people. I'm really glad. But I'm not a regular teacher. I just want to share my experiences, nothing more.
Shasam, it was not my order. It was my request to you because you are my friend and I know how I could say
Thank you.
to my friend.
Yeah, we don't have any power and
It is-
control. Sir, we don't have any power and control to give you order. We requested actually.
If it is said one day before, it is order, I think.
Okay. Right. Sorry for the short
Okay.
notice. Sir.
No, it's my player. I'm very happy to see all these learned peoples.
Mhm.
Ma'am, we give them breakfast with the potato vegetable,
Mhm.
bread, a cup of tea.
Bread, is it? Potato, vegetable, and bread?
Bread and a cup of tea.
Ah, okay. The
This
bread
is
is bread.
breakfast.
The bread is bread or chapati? Or aloo
like-
prota?
Yes,
Like as
you know paratha?
Yeah, I know.
You know
aloo
paratha?
prota. Yeah.
Acha. How you know? You have parathas in Malaysia?
Of course. And we have aloo prota
Oh,
also.
great. You can say paratha,
Yeah.
potato vegetable, paratha, and 1 cup of tea.
Okay. Because in Malaysia, we use this Western bread, the loaf, Western bread.
Acha, no.
Yeah.
This is paratha. This is not Western food.
Ah, okay.
You will get longer term. I think you may not know the paratha.
Of course, I know.
That's why.
I know until aloo prota.
Oh, good. You have visited India or Pakistan in your life?
I've been in India, certain part of the
Okay.
India, not all.
Okay.
Pakistan
Okay.
heaven. Anytime I might landed in Multan, Pakistan.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Multan, you have seen Multan. It is city of Muzaffar Shah.
Yeah.
The city of the saints.
Yeah, she
It
will
is
come.
called the city of the saints as well.
She will come on my request, inshallah.
Sure.
Good, great.
After
Good.
vaccinate, my
good.
officers here, my officers will never leave. Allowed me to cross the country before I get my vaccine.
You have been vaccinated or not?
Not yet.
You are not more than 68, mean.
Of course.
In Pakistan, the people who are more than 60 are being vaccinated.
Oh, is it? Okay. We are catering category by category. We are giving to the frontliners first.
And in Pakistan, ladies are never of 60. They are always less than 60.
It sounds like you are torturing them.
No. It's on a very lighter mood.
Okay. All right. Okay, sir. All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Then at 12, we were talking about the food of the prisoner.
Yeah.
Then we give them the lunch.
Okay.
Lunch, it is chicken, chapati, 6 days in a week.
Every day chicken and chapati, is it?
Not every day. It is 7 days. We have 2 meals, lunch and dinner, serve the prisoners.
Yeah.
We
But
serve
this lunch always chicken and chapati, or you
not
change?
always. It is replaced with the pulses, with the grams, and with the vegetables.
Not fish.
Not fish.
Is it difficult to get fish in Pakistan?
It is hardly to see whether it is fresh or not.
Okay. All right.
We can see a live chicken, but we can never see a live fish. Have you seen live fish?
No. Of course.
Never.
Frozen. Only frozen.
That's why, to make sure that the chicken is very fresh, we serve them. It is also white meat. Good white meat,
Okay.
Have the nutrition, as good nutrition values as the fish.
Okay. So you serve them with goat meat also?
Sorry?
Meat? Do you serve
No,
them
no,
meat?
no, it's very costly.
Okay.
But chicken, it's a good one. Good replacement of meat.
Okay.
What do you think? Chicken is good. It has the proteins. Sufficient quantity of protein in chicken, I believe.
All right. Because in Malaysia we alternate, sir. If Monday we give them chicken, Tuesday we'll give them fish.
Acha, okay.
Okay.
This is, I think, different culture as well. People are
Maybe-
more fond of fishes in Malaysia.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe the difference of the culture.
Yeah.
But one thing I would like to mention here, that we have the scientist and the nutritionist who has made this menu, keeping in view the nutrition value of these things, and which is necessary, calories, protein, and potassium, which are necessary for a healthy person.
Okay.
And the nutritionists and the scientists recommended this menu.
All
that you
right.
should mix chicken, vegetable, and pulses for the person to keep him healthy.
All right. Okay. And night at dinner?
Dinner, we serve the dinner at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
Because we have to lock them up before the half an hour sunset.
What is your sunset like, sir? What time?
Shah Sahab, what is the time of sunset? Please add something.
It is different in winter and summer. It start from 5 to 7 between.
It is spring today. Nowadays, sunset at 6:15.
6:15.
Wow. So
it's very good weather here today in Pakistan. Flowers are everywhere.
Wow.
Yes,
It's the Great March.
Great
Wow.
March.
Okay.
It's a great march full of flowers. Everywhere you see, everywhere there are flowers.
Okay.
And the sunset nowadays at 6:16. And we
sun-
have to lock them up half an hour before the sunset.
So half an hour before 6:16.
Doctor, I'm loud. Do you think I'm more loud?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
okay?
No. You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, your voice is okay. Okay. Shah Sahab,
Thank you. And we gave them dinner and they have been locked up.
No tea?
No tea in the morning.
So
One
only
tea time.
Only 3 meals.
Only 3 meals. 3 meals. Our chapatis have the sufficient weight. And every prisoner served with the 2 chapatis.
Okay.
Do you have, if you remain in India or Multan, I think you have seen the chapatis.
Yeah, even here, even in Malaysia, I eat from Pakistan shop, aloo paratha, it's so big.
Oh, yes.
It comes
Yes,
with 2, like that.
Yes,
And I only
yes.
can eat 1 piece. I cannot finish 2 pieces.
Okay. If you will get 2 pieces, you will become fat like me.
Not fat, you are healthy.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you,
Yeah.
doctor.
I want to add up one thing. Our 1 chapati is equal to 2 chennai, roti chennai.
Oh, and a bowl of rice equal to a bowl of rice?
No, roti chennai. Our 1 chapati is equal to your 2 roti chennai.
Okay.
Yes.
In Malaysia, we give rice.
Achha, this is the culture. Here in Pakistan, people like more chapatis.
Yeah,
We
right.
have twice rice in twice in a week.
Okay.
Twice in a week we have rice, but people more like chapatis.
Okay.
This is our culture.
Yeah.
In the evening, then we lock up the prisoner and they have been kept in the respective beds, we say, at their place of confinement. And that the people who are responsible for their security at the night time, they came. And the people who are on duty at the daytime, they go back to their homes.
Okay. How many shift do you have, sir, for the staff? How many shift?
Actually, the peoples who are responsible for the security of the prisoner only, we have 3 shifts of them.
Okay.
As we believe that a man cannot be remain alert more than 4.
Thank you. Thank you. I had been arguing on this method actually. All right, carry on.
Somebody came at 12 o'clock, he will leave his place of duty at 4 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Then he will came at 12 o'clock at night.
Okay.
He will perform 8 hours duty, but in day and night differently. He will perform his duty 4 hours and then he take rest of 4 hours or 6 hours at 8 hours. Then again he will come refreshing himself after refreshing himself on duty at night.
Okay.
So he be alert.
Okay.
Now on education, you know we are very education loving nation. You know Malala Yousafzai? Malala Yousafzai, I think everybody know Malala Yousafzai.
I have heard, sir, but it's kind of, I need to refresh back my memory.
She is still in England somewhere.
Uh-huh.
She won the Nobel Prize. She was ready to give her life education. She's the pride of Pakistan, Malala Yousafzai.
Okay.
Who were ready to give her life for the education.
Okay.
We have religious, then now I'm talking about the education given to the prisoners. We have religious teaching also, as we believe every religion give the lesson of good deeds, give the lesson of morality. You should be a good person. Every religion which I have been studies give the one lesson, yes, you should be a very good person of the society. You should be a productive person of the society. We have the classes, namaz class. When we go for namaz, we become disciplined.
Okay.
We have the timing for namaz. It's mean now we are preparing ourselves, getting very early in the morning.
Very early means what time, sir?
Very early means 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
And after namaz, you can go for the exercise as well.
Okay.
This namaz prepare yourself for the exercise as well. If you are in habit of getting very early.
In the prison. The exercise is in the prison.
Not outside the prison.
There
It
will
will
have
be risky for my job. If he will go out of the prison, it will be risky for my job, doctor.
Yeah. I mean, there will have instructor for the exercise?
Yes, they have the instructor. They have the instructor.
Okay.
Light exercise. We ask them to do exercise, the healthy, which we believe the healthy body, the healthy mind. And then healthy vice versa. Healthy mind has the healthy body. It is interlinked. If you have a healthy body, then you may have a healthy mind. If you have a healthy mind, you may have a healthy body. So exercise is very necessary. It's an integral part of our life, I believe, exercise. Then we have the other vocational institutes. The people who are willing to learn the vocational, say somebody want to be an electrician. So if say somebody want to be the mechanic of the motorcycles, bikes, he can do. So he be a useful person of the society when he return to the society. He must be a skilled person when he go. You know, this is basically a correctional organization, jails, prisons. And then we have formal education as well. We have metric, and FA and master. You have metric in your system, doctor?
You mean degree and master's
Degree.
education?
Huh. Yes, the basic degree is metric. When then our children go to the college, FA,
Okay.
BA and master.
Oh, we have, we call here secondary school education.
Oh, yes, it is higher secondary school. Exactly. You're right, 100% right, doctor.
So we have, there are 4 young inmate prison. So whoever convicted below 21, according to the clauses, they will be placed either in Henry Gurney schools
Okay.
or young inmate prison. So the schools are only in young inmates prison. We have 4 all over Malaysia. So these children, this convicted person, they can choose either they want to continue their secondary school lifestyle, or they wanted to learn something on vocational, like cooking and yeah.
Okay. Same here. If somebody want to continue the formal education like higher secondary, or somebody want to continue the vocational education, it's goal bit of the prisoner. Same here.
Oh, okay. But only thing, sir, we give 5 meals. That's how our inmates are more healthier.
Oh, sure. There. Oh, yes. You give 5 meals?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Tea in between.
Okay.
Early morning breakfast.
I think you give them 5 meals in small portions.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes. The only if we calculate the calories of the your 5 meals and our 3 meals, that will be equal. What you say, Shah Sahab, Muzaffar Shah Sahab? Is it right?
Yeah, in Malaysian prison also we have dietitians, and like what you said, it was measured by the doctors. What are the portions should give to them? So morning, only 2 sliced bread and tea or coffee, we alternate them. And then we have like 10 a.m. Another morning refreshment and lunch. And then 3 o'clock another tea. And like what you say, by 6 dinner is done.
Okay, good. Lavish. It's lavish.
Yeah, that's why I say it. People love to stay in Malaysian prison.
Achha, one thing I would like to add, that in Ramzan, you know, the Ramzan we have a fast, observe the fast, we Muslims. Ramadan, exactly. Yeah. We give them apples and banana, 2 bananas and syrup, Ruh Afza. What you will say, Shah Sahab? Ruh Afza, what you will say in English?
Which you
kurma. Is it kurma?
Yeah.
Yeah. We Malaysians, we take kurma not only during Ramadan, all days we take.
Always, and after the meal, you always eat.
Because it has proven a scientifically good meal.
Yeah.
But we never, but we are not giving to inmates, as what you say during Ramadan month. Yeah, we give them kurma.
Okay. Yeah. We gave them in iftari, we gave them 2 banana, 1 apple, and with the syrup.
Okay.
And dates, and 5 or 6 dates to every prisoners.
Okay.
For iftari.
Okay.
In Ramadan.
Okay.
No, we are working more on it. We are working more adding these things, new things we are adding. We have our think tank who are thinking of it, that how we can improve the conditions, and you know the process. We have improved a lot of improvements in our prison system, and still we are going on, and we are thinking about the betterment of the prisoner and how we can improve the diet and the other facilities in Pakistan prisons.
Okay. So I have some questions here. Do you separate the inmates according to crime? If narcotic section, and sexual section, or how?
Actually, we segregate. We have different segregate. I will tell you. We segregate women prisoners. We segregate juveniles.
Uh-huh.
We segregate the people who are involved in drugs.
Mm-hmm.
We segregate people who are in major penalty.
Mm-hmm.
Rest of the prisoner they are mixed up. Who are under trials, mostly the prisoner who are under trials are mixed up. They have ideally not segregated. As the murder separate, the people who are involved in murder, they should kept separate. Are the people who are causing hurt, they should kept separate. Are the people who are in robbery, they should kept separate. We don't have so much segregations.
Okay. That means
I think you will not mind it. I am taking water again and again.
Carry on,
I'm
carry
an
on.
old man of 60. You know, I think you will not mind it.
You are young. In Malaysia, we call what we call warga emas in English? Golden citizenship.
Oh, great.
In Malaysia.
I'm in the golden. Oh, good. Good
So
to hear. Good to hear.
We all are silver. Golden.
Thank you, doctor. Thank you. Thank you, doctor.
So
then
you lock them.
We have one thing I would like to tell first. We produce every prisoner once in 14 days to the court of law.
That means once they comes in, within 14 days, 2 weeks times, you need to produce to the court.
To the court. Within 14 days, he is required to be produced in the court of law.
Okay.
Actually, all the prisoners who are under trial, they are in judicial custody, in fact.
Okay.
And so they are produced within 14 days. Every prisoner is produced in the court of law, the respective court of law, within 14 days. After 14 days, you can say. And this procedure started very early in the morning, as all the prisoner had to read at 9 o'clock, the time of opening the court.
Okay. This is kind of like mentioning?
No, not mentioning. But for the courts are not supposed to wait for the under trial prisoner.
Okay.
They should well before time, before the arrival of the court. The philosophy behind.
Okay.
They should be there well before the arrival of the court. Means 9 o'clock. And preferably before 9 o'clock. As the judge reached there, the person who is required to be produced should be there well before the judge.
Okay. Who will bring them there, sir? Is it prison officers who will bring, or the police will come and bring them?
No, it is the police officer. They are well kept, they are well trained, they are more trained, they are well equipped. They have the more numbers of personals in their force. Police came to the jail early in the morning and they brought them to the courts and they came back after they attended the court.
Okay. It's kind of similar in Malaysia as well. But before we produce a person to the court, we will isolate them 2 weeks before the court procedure. Is it same in Pakistan as well?
What is the philosophy behind this segregation?
Therefore, their psychological and emotional is not disturbed. So we isolate them 2 weeks before they're going to the court. Any of trial, every time when they're out for the court system, they will be, isolated for 2 weeks. And when they come back, also we will isolate, because the coming back time, we don't know. They might have some illegal transactions or some smuggling or something. So we monitor them and that isolation, and also it's for the hygienic purposes as well. In case they would
We
have
also search
bites.
them. In Pakistan, we also search them properly before dispatching to the court.
Okay.
When they came back, same procedure is repeated, and we search them properly, so they have not been smuggled anything inside the jail.
Okay.
We have security cameras as well, who has been, all the prisoner, the movement of the prisoner have been mounted through the security cameras as well.
Okay, the camera is like an airport scanning system, or
Yes. No, yes, we have also scanning system.
Okay.
We have also scanning system.
Mm-hmm.
If they have something illegal, unauthorized, a picture will show up on the screen as on the airport.
Okay, okay. Do you have women staff as well in your prison? Women staff?
Yes, we have women. The women staff is where we have a barrack. In fact, we have a small portion inside the jail, which is meant for the women prisoners. Only superintendent jail and doctor can visit their jail. All other staff is women staff.
Okay. So it's women staff is for women prison.
For women prisoners, we have sufficient staff. One officer, maybe deputy superintendent or assistant superintendent, and some female warder constable, female constable, to look after the women prisoners.
Okay. So you said there are 100 prisons in Pakistan. Is all
Yes.
the prison conduct death penalty, or only selected prisons will conduct this death penalty?
No, selected small prisoners don't have the gallows.
Okay.
Where there are the prisoners are small, sub jails we say, there is no, where there is no gallows, that don't operate the death penalty. The jails where there is a gallows, they operate the death penalty.
Okay. You call the system as gallows. We call as chamber.
Okay. Gas chamber?
Yeah.
Okay. You have this system. In America, they gave the injection. In Malaysia, they gave the gas chamber. In Pakistan, we called it, they have been hanged by neck till death.
No. We are not giving gas. We hang by neck, but the room we call chamber.
Okay. Oh, we called it gallows, and you called it, you don't
Chamber.
operate as gas chamber.
Yeah.
Yes, good.
How often your death penalty will be served? Is it immediately when once was sentenced to death penalty? You have durations to wait, or how does that work, sir?
We initially, it is trial by the session judge.
Okay.
Right? It gave the death penalty or by acquittal, whatsoever it is. Then his appeal or her appeal goes to High Court. Then, if it is rejected, the appeal is rejected, it goes to the Supreme Court.
Okay.
We have 3 different channels to hear the persons. The session judge hear the person with the philosophy behind it that no innocent should be punished. Then he go to the High Court with the philosophy, with the vision that no innocent should be punished.
Okay.
Then he go to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court also see whether the justice has been done or not. Also see whether no innocent should be punished.
At the moment, how many of them, sir, for your death penalty in the waiting list?
7,000.
Whoa. And do you have foreign
I'm talking all over the Pakistan.
Okay. Yeah. We also have a few thousand. And do you
How many
have
thousands you
foreigners?
have at Malaysia? How?
Do you have foreigners as well in your prison? Other countries?
Means?
Other countries?
Other foreigners.
Foreigners.
Foreigners, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, foreigners, we have foreigners at about 1.2%. Foreigner we have.
Okay.
We have foreigner in our country.
What are the countries foreigners convicted most?
They're from the countries who are trying to smuggle narcotics.
Okay.
Or they are some visa issues.
Okay.
If somebody is overstaying in Pakistan, he will definitely sent to the jail. Shah, am I right?
Yeah, you are saying right.
And how long
you.
is the conviction for visa?
Conviction is not much more. It depends upon the nature of the crime. If somebody is involved in the narcotics of the huge quantity, then he may be given the life imprisonment.
But visa? Those who don't have visa? Minimum, maximum?
Oh, it is in some months.
And then the Pakistan will send them back to their country, deport them to the country, or they need to find themselves?
Yes. Then consular access happened.
Okay.
Consular access held. The embassy from that country came to the jail. He verified whether that citizen belonged to her country or not. If he belongs to her country, then they sent back to this country.
Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, we have some officers listening to the sharing. I think things will be more highlighted if there are more questions from your side. Officers, please. Any question? It's look like me and Said Muzaffar sir and Said Anjan sir only talking. But there are a lot of people here.
Ma'am, I will request you to repeat their question. You are, it's very easy for me to understand you.
Okay, cancer, no problem, no problem.
If you don't mind, please.
Of course, I will. It's my pleasure.
Thank you.
I'm the moderator
Thank
for
you, doctor.
today's session. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, doctor.
Yeah. Ya, tuan-tuan, puan-puan, ada soalan kak? Kalau
Doktor,
tidak
saya
dapat,
ada.
baik, ya.
Ya,
Silakan.
Sheikh Anjum or Sheikh Muzaffar, I do have a question about prison in Pakistan, about the difference between punishment on women and men. For example, in Malaysia, for hukuman sebab apa tu?
Apa dia?
Hukuman sebab tu.
Caning. In
Yeah.
Malaysia, we don't use caning system for women.
That's my question.
Okay, so he's asking, sir, is it in Pakistan also practice the same thing? Like in Malaysia, we have only separated caning system, not to given to women, because it might jeopardize the production system. Whereas for men, we give caning system. Caning, you know, caning.
Oh, then we also have the same protocols here. We are very much lenient with the. Can you hear me, doctor?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We are also very careful about the ladies, women.
Okay.
That they should be protected in all respect.
Okay.
We
So
don't
do you
deal the women like as we deal the men. We don't deal the ladies in the same way.
Okay. So do you give caning punishment to the woman?
No punishment.
No punishment for women in Pakistan.
Okay. All right. Okay.
The punishment awarded by the court, that's executed.
Okay, but there isn't any caning punishment, right, for women?
No,
No caning.
no
Yeah.
caning. Yeah.
You know, in 80s, when the first introduction, it has caning. I mean, all the punishments are same for male and female. But over the years, when this human rights fight over, and they found that woman body is not as strong as men, and woman is a person who produce the next generation, and caning system will jeopardize the productivity. Therefore, then we
Right.
stopped.
You are
Yeah.
you are 100% right. I agree with you. We
So,
also we have have two visits of the district and session judge, who is the head of the district judiciary. He visits twice in a month of every jail. He goes to every prisoner whether he has some complaint against the jail authorities. Especially goes to the ladies whether they are safe and they have any complaint against the jail authorities. We also observe the human rights very keenly.
All right.
The courts are very vibrant.
Okay. All right, they're asking more and more questions. I can read from the chat box. The first question is from Inspector Naveen sir. They say, what are the most convicted crime like in Pakistan? Like Malaysia, we have more cases on narcotic drugs. How about Pakistan?
The more cases of causing hurt.
What is that? Sorry, sir. I beg your pardon.
Causing hurt. To
Okay, can you
hurt somebody.
hurt somebody? Is it sexual offenses?
No, it is not sexual. It is just to attempt murder. You can say attempt murder. But sometimes the people, it is attempt to murder.
Okay. It's something if the children bullying comes under this hurting somebody? School children
not
bullying.
very much.
School children fighting
Yes.
bullying.
Yes, fighting each other in the jails, this is routine matter. When some people are there and they have some deviation, they are not super normal. They may scuffle with each other and they fight with each other. This is routine matter, but we know that these are the children. We behave with them, we deal with them very softly.
Okay. How do you charge them, sir? This hurting somebody, how do you charge them?
In the prison or outside the prison?
In the prison. I mean, what are the charges normally the court will give?
The person who is guilty, if the two persons causing hurt, both the persons will be produced before the superintendent jail. He will see who is guilty. He will investigate and found the person who is guilty. The guilty person will be kept separate, means he is not fit for association with the prisoners, and he will be kept separate.
All right. There's also some explanation here, sir. Like in Malaysia, we have 68,730 inmates all over in Malaysia. But our capacity for, the load that we're supposed to take in is not more than 60,000 or 52,000. And based on that, we have created some other system like payroll or early release, and or a system like they come back and it's compulsory of signing or something like that in Malaysia to avoid the crowd in the prison. How about in Pakistan?
Almost same practice. Yes, please. We have the system of payroll.
Okay.
The prisoner who has served his sentence, 10 years, if somebody is life imprisonment, for example, if somebody is life imprisonment and he's undergoing the sentence of 25 years, and if he has been spent 10 years, then he will be released on payroll.
Okay.
And then when the judges came to the prison, they see the people who are in the minor cases, they release them on the spot just to avoid the overcrowding in the jails.
Okay.
We have the capacity of 45,000.
45,000 per jail or
No, all over the country.
All over the country, yes.
you have 45,000 and now you have 80,000 inmates.
We are facing very overcrowding in our jail.
Worse than Malaysia. Our capacity is 52,000. We still can squeeze in, I think, 60. But we are also facing the overcrowded. But your overcrowded is double.
Yeah, almost double, almost double.
Yeah. Okay. All
But
right.
we are working lot of, our Supreme Court has ordered that we should construct the new jails. And that is in the pipeline on the way. We are constructing the new jail just to ease the overcrowding. Numbers of jails we have constructed in the last recent past.
But sir, constructing
just to overcome this.
Yeah, constructing new jail or this building new building, especially for prison purposes, we have the measurement, and of course you need so much of money to do that. Budget must be there, isn't it?
Yes, we have to spend. There are beings, and we're trying to give them a comfortable space. Though we have to spend the money, it's no matter. But we want to provide them the healthy atmosphere.
Okay, when you are constructing the buildings, we have a standard construction. It's still holding by the British. How about in Pakistan? Is it same?
No, it is not the same. We have moderated.
Okay.
For example, now we are constructing the gyms, the basketball courts, the football courts.
Okay.
To give the healthy atmosphere to the prisoner, for the exercise as well.
Okay.
Now we are developing libraries in the jails.
Okay, that's fine, sir. That's we are also doing, but to build one new prison, one new jail, you know, we still have the management, the measurement. We still follow the standard measurement, actually. And the standard measurement.
No, you should go for the betterment of the prisoner, keeping in view the human rights, as we are doing here. We are giving them space, grounds, libraries. You know, these all are the human basic needs of the human person for a healthy person. Though they are criminal, but they are human beings, we believe.
Yeah.
The healthy mind and healthy. We want to create an interest in life for them.
Okay.
नहीं, वो ये पूछना चाह रही हैं कि जो हम नई जेलें बना रहे हैं वो हम किसको फॉलो कर रहे हैं, वो हमारे स्टैंडर्ड्स कौन से हैं? आई एम ब्रिटिश को फॉलो करते हैं नई जेलें बनाने के अंदर या किसी
British is an old regime. It is 70 years old regime. We are not following the British regime. We are, though some take with some good things which are good for the security, we take from the British regime. But mostly there was no ground for basketball, for football, for library in the British regime.
Yeah.
They treat us as their colonial, you know. And colonial regime is very difficult regime.
All right.
We are independent. No, we are in correctional phase, ma'am.
Yeah. You also using the term correctional?
Yes, correctional.
Yes.
And this our correctional officers, they are in masters in correctional.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So in Malaysia, sir, especially like the padlock, we are still have the standard size of the padlock. You know, padlocks for the jail and the doors and everything. We still have the standard sizes and we need to order, which is like we maintain a British style. It can never produce in Malaysia. So that's why I
Oh,
am asking, how about in Pakistan?
it means you love British.
It's
You love
not
British?
love. No, it's not
Then
love.
you are full. You're
Because we have signed that the American correctional system and all this stuff, we want to have the quality kind of padlocks. So we still follow
okay.
the measurement, standard
We
measurements for.
also take all the measures necessary for the security of the prisoners, but we have mostly changed the design of the padlocks.
Okay. That's what I want to know. Yeah. If you
The
come to
padlocks, the British padlocks are very, very horrible to see. You know, you have seen the padlocks, British, it's very horrible to see the padlocks of the British regime.
Okay, but I like the unique style of it.
They want, there should be a terror in everything, in the padlocks, in the gates, and in the corridors, everything. They were terrorizing the nation. They want to rule over the nations. They want to stop their thinking. It was a different era, but we are in a different regime. Now we are independent. Now we are thinking for the betterment of the prisoner, whatever we can do.
All right.
Now we are soft. We are soft. We love them in a sense that they should be a good person when they return to the society.
Okay. Yeah, well, since you use that terrorist of term, shall we talk about little about terrorism? How's the terrorism works in Pakistan? In Malaysia, we had isolated one particular prison, which is specifically we are giving them interventions.
Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
we have a very difficult neighbor.
Okay.
Shasab, do you understand my words?
Yes, yeah, of course. I can understand because previous 2 decades we are facing a horrible situation for Pakistan in the sense of terrorism, because all of the world is emphasizing that we are producing the terrorism, but it is not reality. It was not reality. And now we our forces and our government and our state have decided that this blame should be removed, and alhamdulillah our state and our forces are successful to remove this blame.
Okay.
And we separate terrorists from the Pakistan, and because our border was open for the Afghanistan, that's why we are not have a control to the communication of the persons and movement of the persons between 2 countries, in Afghanistan and Pakistan. That's why we are facing some problem in the sense of terrorism. And you also know the terrorism is defined in 2 way. Number one, in international way, and number two, in regional way. For example, the Kashmir issue, India will say the Kashmiris are terrorists. And when you go to the Kashmiris and you will hear their voices, then you will understand they are not terrorists, they are freedom fighter. And in the same condition in Afghanistan, when America says that these militants are terrorists, when you will talk about for the person who are fighting with the Americans, with the Afghan state, he will say that he are they are freedom fighter. And in the between, it is a very difficult to identify who is the original terrorist. It is very difficult because international domain, international scenario is a defining in a different way, and the local persons are defining the terrorism, that their movements in different way. because then we can say the Pakistan disassociate for all the activities and movements from which lead from the Afghanistan. That's why now we are becoming a peaceful country, and now there is no blame of terrorism in Pakistan from last 8 to 7 years, I think.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
And for example, South Africa, the cricket team of South Africa recently has, with the tour of of Pakistan, England team, cricket team has the tour of the Pakistan. It means Pakistan now is a very safe and country.
Alhamdulillah.
Very safe country.
Okay. I mean, here the question is not putting Pakistan as terrorist country. The question here is, do Pakistan has some terrorist criminals?
Yes, of course. We have some terrorists, and we give them the death penalties.
Okay. So you still have inmates on a terrorism clause.
Terrorism class mean?
I mean, under I mean, if people comes to your country and they make some offenses, do you still call terrorism?
It decide from the courts and from the police officer. They see the situation of the crime, then they make the label. This activity, is it called terrorism or not?
How many like range of statistic do you have now, sir, in your Pakistan prison under terrorism?
In Pakistan, the main city, which are the biggest city of the provinces, they collected the terrorists from the provinces.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
In
do
the
we
main
give
city.
any special intervention for them?
Our agencies are working on it. Our state is also working on it, the psycho rehabilitation and rehabilitation program, and it is a unique program which has been supported from the state, and many terrorist agencies, uh, terrorist agencies, they withdraw from their narrative.
Okay, okay. So there's one more question here. How about punishment for juvenile offenders?
Punishment by the jail authorities, do you mean?
No, juvenile offenders. What is the court maximum and minimum for juvenile offenders?
Their juvenile offenders are, they have never been awarded the capital punishment, death punishment.
Okay, okay. What is the age group like? In Malaysia, we'll consider 18 and below.
It is below 18.
Okay, okay. All right.
It is the same.
It is below 18 in Pakistan.
Yeah, it is the same like as Malaysia.
Okay, okay. There's another question from Faik. He says that, do they also follow, I mean, do Pakistan also follow United Nations standard minimum rules, like what Nelson Mandela said?
Yes, we are observing all the UNO. We have so many delegation of UNO visited the prisons of Pakistan prison.
Okay, all right, okay. How do you overcome, sir, how do you overcome this crowd system? After this payroll and everything, yet it's too much of crowd in the prison. How do you manage them? Like, for example, in Africa, I've heard they have given hours, they had shortened the hours of sleeping. They'll send first batch to sleep for 4 hours or 6 hours. And then they wake up and they send the second batch to sleep. In order to
actually the capacity, actually the space given to one person by the building department is very ideal. Two person can easily sleep there.
Okay. All right.
That is very ideal.
Okay.
And you know, idealism never exists in the world, I believe.
No,
Yes, that's true.
I think it is a psychosocial problem to reduce the overcrowding of the prisoners. It is a psychosocial problem. When state will produce a comfortable environment for their citizen, then the crime will decrease, and the prisoner also they will decrease.
Okay, all right, okay. What is your recidivism like, sir? Recidivism in Malaysia means a person who released and they convicted with the same crime and will be convicted again. I mean, come back to the prison again with the same crime. So is that occur in Pakistan as well?
कैसे भी technical सवाल है आप
Yes, occur.
जवाब दें.
Yes, it occurs. People, the prisoner mostly repeat themselves.
Okay. What is the rate like?
The same crime.
Is it heavy?
It is not very big. No, it's not heavy. Small.
Okay.
When you have the time, which ma'am, a doctor, which I believe in, when you have time in the prison, you have nothing to do. Then you think, then you revisit, every person revisit himself. What I did wrong with myself. Why I'm in the prison and why I'm not with my family. Why I did wrong. He tried to correct himself.
All right, okay.
This is the human being which I believe is the masterpiece of the Almighty.
Okay, all right.
He has the ability to revisit himself, to correct himself.
Okay. So practically, is there any homosexuality or abuse or that, I mean, kind of problems among the inmates? I mean, among the criminals in prison?
Maybe.
Yeah. We cannot run away from that, right?
Yes, we can. If I run away, it will be against the facts.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I opened to the floor. All the while I had been reading all the questions, I opened to the floor to ask more questions. We had been sharing for past 1 hour and 30 minutes.
Okay, doctor.
Yes, Tuan Raden.
Mr. Anjum. I would like to ask further from what Dr. Sarala just asking for the death sentence to be carried out. For example, in Malaysia, we have the pardon board. After the highest court, which is a federal court, sentence deny the appeal, then the pardon board will decide whether these inmates to be pardoned or not. And then after that, only that the death sentence, which is hanging, to be proceed. How about at Pakistan? After the Supreme Court decision, then how long it will take to hang the inmates? Can you elaborate more on that? Thank you.
Sir, can you get this explanation, or you want me to explain?
Please explain further it.
Okay.
Don't
All
mind,
right.
doctor.
His question is, when one's convicted or sentenced to death penalty from the Supreme Court, in Pakistan, what is the duration like appealing? What is the procedure? And how long you'll take?
Yes, it takes 5 to 6 years.
5 to 6 years.
Yes, I think the idea behind it, every case should be read minutely.
Okay.
That no innocent should be punished. The reason behind this taking time is simple, that every case should be minutely studied and carefully that no innocent person should be punished.
शाह साहब वो मेरे ख्याल से ये पूछना चाह रहे हैं कि एक आदमी को अगर सुप्रीम कोर्ट से डेथ पेनल्टी हो जाती है तो उसको सजाए मौत देने का कितना अरसा होता है? सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने जो फाइनल किया है कि उसको डेथ पेनल्टी दे दी जाए।
That's okay. It is if it is confirmed by the Supreme Court. If then appeal goes to the President of Pakistan, the mercy petition we say, then the mercy petition goes to the President of the Pakistan. And it takes few months.
A few months is, do you have exact duration?
Yes. If our president rejected their request, then
it takes within 15 days, we have to apply to the session judge for the date of execution. It takes a month or two. When the appeal is rejected by the Supreme Court and then the President of the Pakistan, the mercy petition is rejected by the President of the Pakistan, even then to study the case and the record very carefully. Whether the same person is going to be executed, whether the record, we see the record of the district and session court, we see the record of the High Court, then we see this record of the Supreme Court, then we see the record of the President, what he say. Then the date is fixed. It takes 2 months almost.
What is the longest duration you have taken to hang somebody?
It takes sometimes years, 1 year. The reason is that the person who has been convicted, he goes to the heirs of the deceased person that we want to come for the for compromise. In
So
our
okay, carry on.
If the legal heirs of the deceased person pardon the murderer, then he can be released from the jail. Up to the last night, the murderer, the person who has committed crimes, at the last, up to last night, he tried for the compromise. He go to the legal heirs of the deceased person to pardon him. He keep on trying to save his life. Then the process prolongs.
Okay.
Sometimes
So
process prolongs.
The means the process 1 year duration is everything fixed, you know, after his appeal and everything. Then if he failed and we actually the judgment says that's it, that's the last of a choice or a decision on that penalty, then it counts 1 year duration, is it?
Yes. 1 year mean if the mercy petition rejected from the president, then it don't take 1 year. It takes few months. But in the very rare few cases, when they keep on the compromise, trying for compromise, then it takes time. But in most of the cases, when the case appeal is rejected from the Supreme Court and the mercy petition rejected by the president, then it takes 2 or 3 months for execution.
How long they will take to submit that appeal? How long you give them a chance to appeal back to the Supreme Court and to the president?
1 month, 15 days. In some cases, 1 month. In some cases, 15 days. When the case, for example, if the appeal is rejected by the Supreme Court, then he has the 1 month to apply to the president, or 15 days to the time to apply to the president for the mercy petition.
Okay, once he applied, within how many months the president will reply to that particular person? What is the duration, minimum, maximum like?
The 3 or 4 months maximum, president decided.
Even your Supreme Court, also 3 or 4 months.
Supreme Court takes more time, but when the precipitation is before the president, it takes 3 or 4 months.
So in your experience, what is the longest case that waited for death penalty? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? In your
7, 8
experience?
years.
Oh, 7, 8 years.
Yes.
It's a foreigner or your Pakistan people?
This is Pakistan.
Okay. And sir, in Malaysia, we have only particular day that we will hang them. Is that
Yes, we have
applied?
also. Yes, it is also the particular days we have. We don't execute them on Monday because it is holiday on Sunday. The office of the president will be closed. So he don't have the fair chance to apply to the president, to reapproach the president.
Okay. So
We
what are
don't
the things?
execute them during the month of Ramadan.
Okay.
During the month of Holy Ramadan, there is no execution.
Okay. And Shawwal, during your Eid al-Fitr Shawwal also you won't execute, right?
Yes, yes.
So
Only
that
in
means
the month of Ramadan.
So that means 2 months, Ramadan and Shawwal.
No, only 1 month Ramadan.
Okay. And okay, you don't execute on Monday. So is there any specific day you choose? Like Malaysia?
No, not on Monday because the closure of the office of the president.
Okay, then you'll use Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, is it?
Oh, any day after Monday. Any day after Monday. There is a holiday, in our country. The office of the judge is closed. The office of High Court is closed. So don't have the fair chance to approach the courts of the president.
In Malaysia, we only choose 1 day, sir. If I'm not mistaken, it's a Friday. If I'm not mistaken, and it's
What is the
early
philosophy
morning.
behind it?
Yeah.
What is the
Early morning 5
philosophy
a.m.
behind it?
Yeah.
In this scenario, they follow. I
The
think they
philosophy
follow.
behind this 1 day.
I think they follow Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia death penalty executed on Friday.
But they executed publicly.
Yeah,
in Saudi, they executed publicly. But what about the Malaysia? You
No.
also execute the people publicly?
No, closed door. We have the chamber.
Closed
So
door.
closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Closed door. Okay. Like Pakistan, like most of the countries in the world.
Yeah. That's what we call chamber.
Okay. Okay, good.
And it's 5 a.m. in the morning.
Yes, we have also very early in the morning, like 5 a.m.
Okay.
But in Pakistan, it varies with the weather. If we are in the winter season, the time will be different. And if we are in the summer season, the time will be different.
And we normally will inform to the family to come and give them a last visit. So we'll make sure the family is there 1 day before.
Yes, 1 day before. We also gave a very fair chance to the family and the friends to have a last visit to the deceased, to the person who is going to be executed.
Yeah. And but normally we don't tell the family that your family members will be pushing into that penalty tomorrow. We use the term last visit. So the family should we will invite them and tell them that please come and pay your last visit. So when they come, we will explain to them what's going to happen tomorrow. And normally they wait to collect the body.
Exactly. Same practice here in Pakistan.
All right. So in Malaysia, we have special program like human development programs and some vocational for inmates. What about in Pakistan? Do you have any?
We have also vocational programs to develop the human development. We have also the program in Pakistan, vocational programs. We with the philosophy that they should be useful person when they came back to the society.
All right. Okay.
The purpose of the prison, which I believe, when a person came in the jail as a criminal, he may not be the criminal when he leaves the jail.
Yeah. The correctional system.
Yeah, correctionals. This is the ideal. This is the ideal. How we can make our society more safe.
Yeah.
With the more work on the prisoner.
Yeah.
That the society should be a safe place for the society, for the people.
Okay. So here, since when you started using the term of correctional in Pakistan?
Since long, I think.
We started like
Since long.
almost 15 years ago.
Oh, yes.
All the new prison
Good.
that we're building, we had built two new prisons in Malaysia. We didn't name them as prison, we named them as correctional system.
Good.
Yeah. So in Pakistan,
when these prisons were started in Malaysia, constructed, when these prisons were constructed in Malaysia?
Prison work, is it? Prison work or correctional system?
When it was constructed, how many long back? How many years back it was constructed, the both prisons, which is called as the correctional centers?
15 to 20 years ago. Basically, we tried to put focus 15 years ago. We tried to change the word to correctional.
And what is the result? How it is different from the other prisons?
The term is softer, and I can see basically the public is not scared of the building. Before this, if we just pass through that building, we will scared of the children. Listen, don't do naughty, then I'll put you in prison. And the children will be like, you know. But now when we are passing, they say, oh, no longer this. We cannot bully them by saying those words because they know they're reading correctional. They don't have fear already towards that building.
Okay, that's good.
And also the terms of correctional here, it's like kind of, although it's new, when people started asking, what do you mean correctional? So when we explain it's intervention, it's kind of we giving them a new life, we try to correct them. So indirectly, we are educating the public that prison is not a place to punish, but it's to reset or to actually to repair and give them some training to go back as a new person or to a healthy person in terms of mind and attitude and psychologically.
Right. You're 100%, I'm 100% agreed with you. This is the basic idea of the prison, correctional centers. It is everywhere in the world, I believe now. Now people are thinking about it. People are making efforts how we can correct the peoples.
All right.
How we can contribute. How we can contribute in this, the very noble cause that the people should be no more criminals.
Okay. So I wanted to ask you one question from me. Maybe last.
Last question.
Yeah, maybe last from me. You know,
Not sure.
maybe last from me. Well, you know the term.
Okay, ma'am.
You know the
it
term
is lot of
of
learning. Doctor, one thing I would like to mention that is lot of learning for me as well. To have a conversation with the person, learned person like you and your fellows.
Yeah, my officers are great officers, you know.
Good,
and they
good,
want to know they want to know more about this prison system, and we are here to actually wanted to help the recidivism. It's like we are still looking at things that why these people go back and convict with the same sort of crime and coming back. Well, when I did some interviews with these inmates, they said most of them, they said they can't survive out there and they only know that particular crime and they purposely go and do so that they get convicted again. 60% say that because it's free food, free accommodation, everything free according to Maslow theory. A human being, for a human being to live, they need place to stay, food to eat, and clothes to wear, which this three prison is providing, FOC, through our income tax deduction. So they are enjoying it, you know. So 60% of this people, they're not doing with intention. I mean, they're doing with intention so that they can get that the accommodation, food, and cloth. They are unable to survive out there independently. However, sir, in your experience, like 30 plus years in this crime, when I gave you a platform to learn about criminology or correctional, which one you'll choose, sir?
Correctional. I love humanity. I must say, I love humanity.
Okay. The reasons?
I want to do something for the humanity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. All right. Do you believe if I'm going to say that correctional is another term for intervention? Will you agree with me?
Yeah, we are agree.
All right. Okay. And I also believe all my officers are very good at criminologies.
Yes, yes,
But
yes.
they need some exposures on correctional system.
I want to
Yes,
add on this point of view. I want to add up one thing that we have a three mind. It is a theory, and number one, emotional mind. Number two, reality mind, and number three, wise mind. And people work on the player principle. First of all, the when people comes in the world and he work on the player principle, and the philosophy on this activity, the person who has emphasized on their emotional brain, and he or she obey his emotional minds activities and emotional mind and fantasies. He doesn't know about the outcomes of the activities. He doesn't know about the reality. He don't use the reality mind. In this philosophy, the people goes to the player system, the player movement, and player principle. He or she adopt the many activities which in which he or she take the player. For example, addiction and narcotics and sexual abuse, the all the activities and crimes are related to the emotional brain, and people does not work, and the father and mother and family system and school system and state system not working on the development of the person in the phase of the reality brain and wise brain. Reality brain tells the people this is the reality, you are not take this thing at the moment, and emotional mind says then we should, he or she should take this thing at the moment. And the wise mind is play their role is balancing what is the difference between emotional mind and what is the between difference in the reality mind. Wise mind play their role the equivalence of the emotions and reality. The people does not measure that what is the reality and what is the emotion. They follow only emotions, and this is a psycho psychological problem, I think we should develop our society, our teacher in the psychological way. In this way, we should train our children at the home level and the school level, and we should uh, train on the base of the reality brain and wise brain, either the emotional brain. This is the philosophy in which we can reduce the person who comes in prison again, because their emotion mind work already working as they working previously, and the moment and the timing of the prison does not stimulate their reality brain and wise brain. We should stimulate the reality brain and wise brain. This is the psychological program in which the mother, father, brother, sisters, and friends and teachers can make the train for their children, and they should they should concise on the emotional brain and wise brain, reality brain and wise brain. And in this way, when the person or child give the training to use the reality mind, to use the wise mind, he will not use the more emotional mind. In this way, he will not adopt the wrong way and addiction, abuse and life. He will got player in noble way. This is the philosophy in which our society and our community should be worked.
Thank you, Sir Muzaffar. He used his reality theory.
Yeah, reality. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you already know, ma'am. You are more know about this theory and
No, because he's majoring. He's going to major in reality theory for his PhD. So that he tried to use maximum everywhere. When he go, he only talk about reality theory.
That's good.
And of course, I know him better because as what he said, I read his work.
Good.
Yes, you are saying right, ma'am. You are saying right.
All right, that's good. That's good. I always say to my student, you need to hold to one theory at least, and you need to become master in one theory at least. Sir, maybe there's one question last from my officers. They say once this inmates out from prison system, do Pakistan has any awareness program or any follow-up for them?
Unfortunately, we are working on it, and we should develop some program to further follow up. But still, we are working. It's in pipeline, and I hope soon we will adopt this. This is very good. Follow up is, in fact, this is very fundamental things to do to correct some person. It is very important how society behave with the person after he came from the prison. Mostly people are labeled that this person, nobody gave him work. This person released from the prison. Is very damaging. Then he has no option other than the crime. Then he again joined the gangs. People, because the society don't accept him, that he is a criminal, is from jail. They don't believe it that he has corrected himself. Now he is a changed person.
Okay.
Now we are trying to develop this follow-up system.
Okay. Like in Malaysia, we are also trying, but we are lack of energies. Our prison officers, we still have a lack of the workload of prison officers in the prison itself, it's very high. Therefore, the follow-up system, we are still looking into the follow-up system because of lacking of staff. Is that the same problem Pakistan facing as well?
I believe, I think a separate department should
It
be
should be
developed.
separate. Yes.
Who should look after it?
It should be separate.
If we correct, if we correct one person with spending lot of money, we have achieved everything.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Human beings are more precious than the money. This is the thing to be understand by the word.
Yeah.
They should spend money on the human beings, on their population.
All right.
They should not go to the rest of making arms and for the mass destructions. They should spend their money on the human beings' development.
Okay. Fantastic, sir. Fantastic. Right. Officers, any last word for our Superintendent, Sir Anjum? Any last word, please, and for our Sir Said Muzaffar? It's a beautiful discussion in the late evening. Before the sunset, I need to release you all before the sunset, sir.
Yeah, Doctor, I have one question for
Good.
Right, sir.
I am feeling that I'm again in a prison.
Yes, yes. We are
I just
feeling.
want, I
Yes.
just want to ask
You want to
Okay,
one question
yes.
for me. Let's say if a prisoner,
Very
is it,
nice, doctor.
they behave
You
or they have
have
a
sense
good,
of humor.
they have a good behavior or attitude in prison, do they get or deduct or reduce their term of sentence?
Okay, Sir Anjum, Superintendent Marbin is asking, when they are sentenced to prison for some time, let's say 5 years or 10 years, based
Right.
on their good behavior, will they be rewarded on early punishment, they be given 6 months early release or something like that?
Reduce, yes.
Yes, they. If somebody is serving in sentence in the prison and he is with the good character, with the good discipline, he has been awarded remissions. Superintendent has maximum in 1 year. It's all about 1 month or 2 months. 2 months in after every year.
Okay, 2 months after every year. Okay.
And something more than if somebody is passing his education, if somebody is doing master, he has also been given the remission in the sentence.
Ah, okay. And the masters and admission is with the local government constitution, education constitution, or private?
No, government, to the government institutions.
To the government.
All right. And will they, let's say we repair through correctional system, we repair their attitude, can they go back to government servant application, a professionalism? Can they apply any government servant services?
No, if they have been convicted, they will not be qualified for the government
servant
service.
All right, okay. So, Turn Marvin, you are okay with the answer? Unmute, sir.
Yeah, very certified. Then thank you so much, sir. Then doctor, thank you.
All right, okay. So, officers, is there any other question? Can we all on the video? Let's have last. We have some photo session before the sunset.
You like this word, before the sunset?
I love to go and see sunset, but I don't know Pakistan is practicing sunset in different manner. Now I am scared to use the word sunset now. I enjoy sunset actually.
That's great to see, really.
Yeah.
It is always great to see the sunset.
And after some time have changed to sunrise, because a lot of theories and a lot of professional people say you are not supposed to see sunset. You're supposed to see sunrise so that you will rise in your life. Sunset, you will stop where you are. So now I'm stopping, you know, once in a while only I'll go and see my sunset. Now I'm started seeing my sunrise. You don't have any term sunrise in your Pakistan prison, right?
Yes.
Yes, we have the term of sunrise. Half an hour before the sunrise, they have been locked up. They have been locked out.
Okay, okay, all right. Sunrise lockout, yeah, okay. It's a freedom, huh?
It is freedom. Sunrise, whenever the sun rises, it is freedom.
Yeah, okay, that's why, okay. Then I
But to
use
me, doctor, the evening is the most beautiful part of the day, which I believe.
Yeah, because
it
all
is
of us,
very romantic atmosphere.
yeah, because all of us can go and rest.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, you are right.
All right, okay. Tuan Raden, if you can try to on your video. Can we have some photo session with our lovely guest speakers today? Superintendent Sir Syed Anjem and also Sir Syed Muzaffar. The next I might be seeing Sir Syed Muzaffar 2 weeks time in its conference.
Yes, ma'am. You are keynote speaker, and you will attend a session head as a session head one day, and another day we are planning to invite you as a chief guest in our conference.
Chief guest, chief guest, you must send me a special jet.
Yeah, because lockdown we cannot do. Unfortunately, otherwise it was in my mind. I will send you invitation with return ticket. But unfortunately,
Sir Anjem, you know, ever since this lockdown and online thing, people love to invite me for as chief guest and VVIP because they know they don't need to spend so much. And they just put
Yes,
it on
yes,
paper, you know, they're very brilliant. Very brilliant. Let's see whether they'd use the same term after the lockdown is lock open. And after I take my
yes,
vaccine
yes.
back, I will contact you whether they
Yes.
still call me or not.
yeah, ma'am, I promise you. I promise you on the before of the all policemen and inspectors, and because if I don't obey my promise, and he can.
They can never do anything. We can never come and do anything in your country. Don't worry. We know the rules also, sir. Unless you come here.
Yeah, he or she can arrest me when I will came in Malaysia.
No. We all are friends. No. We all are friends. All right. Anyway,
Yes.
are we done with the photo session? Who's helping me? Mr. Faik?
Yes.
There is some Tuan Saiful Anwar. Can you open your video? Tuan Modani, Tuan Vincent. It would be beautiful if you can open, all of you can open your video, on your video. Faik, you want to say something before snap or you're just snapping?
I keep snapping the picture.
Okay. Can we do it again? Can you give us a signal 1, 2, 3 so that we can arrange and we can smile and
Okay, ready?
Ready?
yeah, ready?
1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi.
1, 2, 3 lah, bro.
Okay. 1, 2, 3 1, 2, 3. Another shot. Freestyle. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Ma'am, I will invite you in our next conference, inshallah, as a chief guest physically, inshallah, after the lockdown, inshallah.
You can invite. I need to ask all these correctional officers whether they will let me go out or not.
It will be held in September or November, inshallah.
Oh, okay. Especially my Sinto team, they love me so much. And whenever I want to go out from Kedah, I need to get their pass now.
Yes, I think after the COVID situation, they will allow to you.
No, before the COVID itself in 2018, they will never allowed me to go anywhere.
Oh,
And after this COVID, I don't know what is there. You know, when I went to UAE, they had been all like, giving me some sort of advices. They say, doctor, please be careful, come back and come back and come back, because I put in my WhatsApp status, Dubai is very beautiful and I don't want to come back. And they got very scared and they say, doctor, please come back. Malaysia is your country, please come back, you know. So anyway,
that's why I will send you return ticket, not one way ticket.
That's great.
all right, okay. Thank you very much,
Thank you
Sir
very much.
Said Anjum Shah and Sir Said Muzaffar. Thank you so much. It's a pleasant evening and it's a great sharing. Dear officers, I just contacted them like late evening yesterday, and it's not even less than 12 hours kind of discussion, and he agreed maybe in future we can work more. I will see back this team again after 1 year if I'm still teaching with them, sir. So maybe we can meet them again, this team.
Inshallah, inshallah.
Thank you very much, Doctor. I'm really honored to have a with conference participation in this conference. Love for the Malaysian people.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Any last words? Anybody want to say anything for our both guest speakers?
It's a very great sharing to both Sir Sheikh Muzaffar and Sir Sheikh Anjum. Thank you for your help lah. Give us so many information.
Thank you. Thank you. Same here. Thank you. I've also learned so many things. It is great learning for me as well, Doctor.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
sir. Thank you.
honor for me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. With this, I would like to end the meeting.
Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much.
Sir, enjoy your sunset.
Yes, of course. After
Thank
this
you.